guys, and welcome back to Robinson 2. The Smoking Mirror. This is part 7 with Jessica. First and foremost, let's pick up a vine. As I've mentioned in the last 2 episodes,
that vine rope could be useful.
Ahead these days to see what I'm doing so that I don't spend episodes dawdling. I'll click on extra things just to fill out the experience a little more. But generally, we'll go over a walkthrough and play. So that is all there is to pick from this side of the screen. So I just walk Georgy boy over to the other side. Does that make sense? So I have some leaves
It
here.
was a pile of damp leaves.
They pump
A wooden box was connected to the nearby water wheel.
and water wheel.
The water wheel had been built to provide a natural source of power. The wheel had a rim of roughly beaten iron.
Indeed. So, let's go across
It was a
here.
large wooden cross.
What I did with that setting was probably not. I don't know why, to be honest.
It was heavy.
Oh yeah.
I guess that was intentional.
I can put this over here for now.
The leverage from the cross allowed me to turn one of the stones, but the other one remained stationary.
And we solved that little problem by going to an inventory and using the freshly caught vine and putting it right there.
The vine provided a drive belt to connect the two stones.
It sure did. Now, it took me a little while to figure this out, show you the process. But I get the statue, and I put it on this water wheel.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Now, the problem is it didn't really catch fire, so use the bank statement on these leaves here.
The bank statement was just what I needed to kindle the damp leaves.
And then I repeat the last step and use the statue on the water wheel. And because of the paper acting as kindling, this will happen.
As I held the fetish to the iron rim of the wheel, a shower of sparks cascaded onto the leaves.
Quick, man! Put out that fire! I got a sick woman up here!
Sorry, Father, but I needed to attract your attention.
You think, oh good, I can finally get up to the treehouse, right? No.
Who are you? And what do you want?
My name is Stobart, George Stobart.
I'm Father Hubert. I don't suppose you speak French.
Huh? Why do you want to know that?
I found a young woman with a fever by the river this morning. The poor girl is close to death. And there's nothing I can do for her but pray. I don't understand her, but I think she's speaking French.
Hang on. That must be Nico.
Yeah. Because he doesn't just let you climb the ladder like a douche nozzle, so let's talk to Hubert.
That's my girlfriend you've got in your treehouse. What's the matter with her?
She's been bitten by a venomous river snake.
But can't you do something for her? There's a cure, isn't there?
I ran out of penicillin and morphine years ago, but the local people speak of a root which they believe will counteract the poison.
Root.
Where can I find this root?
I don't know, but maybe the shaman of the village can tell us.
Will you show me the way to the village?
Me? Oh, but I can't.
Can't? Nico's life depends on it.
You're right. Of course I should, despite my own guilt and shame. But I can't go as a representative of God with a creased collar.
A creased collar? You mean you put your personal attire higher than the life of a sick woman?
I will not go to that village looking anything but my best.
Give me your collar. I'm sure I can find a way to press it.
Thank you, my son. In the meantime, I must contemplate my sermon.
Sermon to who? I think it's fair to say priest.
There was obviously more than a creased collar bothering the priest.
It's hiding something. Anyways, we obviously what we do here. The setup, put the collar on. Let's press stones here.
So there I was, hundreds of miles from civilization, doing the housework for a priest. It's a strange world.
And just pick up the wooden cross again. And stick it in the middle. Give the collar a squeeze.
The press worked surprisingly well on the collar.
And of course we pick the collar up. Duh. And we give her the collar to the priest.
Here's your collar, Father.
Thank you, George. You'll probably think it a little odd of me to make such a fuss.
Oh, no. If I'd been living in the jungle for 11 years, I'd be completely screwy, too.
Screwy?
Zing.
Yes, perhaps I am. Ever since my last visit to that village.
What happened at the village, bruh?
Do you want to tell me what happened at the village?
I forgot my vows. I let myself be overwhelmed by the beauty of this unspoiled paradise, and in a moment of weakness, animal passion reared its rampant head.
You know, you should be writing romantic novels.
So, what about the root, bruh?
Now you've got your collar back.
Priest.
Will you take me to the village?
I've still not finished my sermon.
Look, Father, I still don't know why you're so reluctant to visit that village, and it's none of my business. Whatever the reason, it can't be more important than saving Nico's life.
You're right. I must be crazy. We must make haste if we're to reach the village before nightfall.
Yeah, we should.
By the time we reached the village, it was sunset.
Hello, boys. Glad to see you're still wearing the underpants. What?
They're the best Christmas present we ever had, Father.
Mine are too tight.
Well, we all have our cross to bear. This is George. He has a request to make. I'm afraid I can't stay. Good luck, George.
Lay the priest in pink.
That's a relief. I never feel comfortable with him about.
Me neither. These damn pants keep riding right up my butt.
So, what do you want?
I apparently want to talk about Nico.
My girlfriend has been bitten by a snake.
So, everyone in my family has been bitten by snakes.
I was bitten by a dormouse once.
She's real sick. I hoped your wise man might have medicine.
Wise man? You must have the wrong village.
No.
Father Hubert said there was a wise man in the village who could help me.
Ooh, he must mean the old man, the shaman.
Yeah.
I'd like to see the shaman, please.
You can't just go walking in there and demand to speak to the shaman.
Why not?
You have to observe the protocol. The shaman demands tribute.
Tribute? You mean like a gift?
That's right.
The eternal question. What do you give a man who has everything?
I tend to say shaman. Anyway, you'd like some lipstick. It
Would your wise man have any use for lipstick?
Not in that color.
Haven't you anything in black?
Of course I don't.
Anyway, you can go for a lot, but to start with, you gotta give him the dog biscuits.
Here, he'll like these biscuits.
If you say so. He liked the biscuits, especially the black ones. He wants to know if you've any more.
The black one. I like black in this place. So, it took me a little bit of a while to figure out, but basically you've got to put the coyote stone into the dog biscuit box. Here we are.
I put the Mayan stone in the empty box.
And I put it here, and you could actually put pretty much all of that stuff into the box and send them on the merry way, but we're doing this the quick way now. So.
Here, I found some more of those biscuits for the shaman.
I'll give them to him.
He just takes the box thinking it's more biscuits, and this will get you into to see the shaman. Oh, we're about to do that right now.
The shaman wants to talk to you.
I hoped he would. Well, it's been nice to talk to you guys.
Onwards. Onwards this way, please, George. No points displaying which one's the shaman, even if whatever, even if it didn't say that.
Hi, my name's George Stobart.
Please, sit down. Welcome, George.
Thanks.
It has long been foretold that a white man would bring the coyote stone to this village.
Give him a lipstick.
I don't suppose this would be any use to you.
It sure would. This wax on a stick will change our lives.
What do you want it for?
To decorate our bodies for the monkey dance.
I'm here to talk about my girlfriend.
My girlfriend's been bitten by a snake.
And you want me to heal her?
That's the idea. Can you do it?
I'm not sure. My gums aren't what they used to be.
Lovely, but still.
Listen, my girlfriend's in a coma. Please, old man, give me the root.
What root?
You know, the root.
Father Hubert told me of a root which could cure the bite of the river snake.
Tuh. There's nothing sacred with these people. That was our secret, known only to members of my tribe.
If that root is my chance of saving Nico's life, then I want it. Fast.
There is time yet, George Stobart. Time to learn why you were called here.
Click.
Fine. If I listen to your story, then will you give me the root?
The eel travels far, but still returns to the place of his spawning.
And look, I'm running a tight schedule, so can you skip the riddles?
Many years ago, when the world was young, the great god and king Quetzalcoatl was defeated by trickery and deceit. His enemy Tezcatlipoca took his place as leader and demanded terrible human sacrifices. A group of loyal priests found a way to trap Tezcatlipoca. But his powers were so great, they knew he would not remain trapped forever. His time of incarnation incarceration would end with the eclipse, which marked the close of the Fifth Age. So the priests fashioned 3 obsidian stones which contained the power to seal the mirror for all time. But before the stones could be put in place, they were seized by the invading Spanish.
But how did they trap the evil god?
They built a pyramid which they told Tezcatlipoca was dedicated to him. At its center, they fashioned a huge mirror of perfectly smooth obsidian. Luring him into the pyramid with praise and flattery, they used sorcery to ensnare him in the mirror.
Interesting story, bro. So what about the evil twat?
Suppose I was to believe there was anything in your story, other than the rambling delusions of a seriously wacky old man. Suppose I was to swallow it, hook, line, and kitchen sink. What then?
Then you would see that the fate of the human race rests upon your shoulders.
Sweet.
Do I get anything to help me combat Tezcatlipoca?
Like what?
Well, a magical weapon?
Get real, George.
Yeah, because a god type figure to bring about the end of the world is totes real. So what do I do with the stone?
What happened to the stones?
They were taken by the Spanish to the coastal town that is now called Quaramonte City. Only 1 stone reached Spain. The other 2 fell into the hands of buccaneers. The Jaguar stone was captured by an English captain, El Draco. The Eagle stone was taken by a pirate called Ketch. The 3rd stone, the Coyote stone, reached Spain safely. That is the stone in your possession.
Okay. Because that must be a Jaguar. Okay.
Tell me more about the Jaguar stone.
Many centuries ago, the port of Quaramonte was entered by a ship flying Spanish colors. The captain, the man known as El Draco, sent soldiers ashore. Only when the soldiers arrested the mayor did the people realize that they were English privateers. The mayor was held hostage while the soldiers looted and plundered the city. Amongst the treasures they stole was the Jaguar stone.
Okay. Let's ask about the, what was it, Eagle Stone?
Tell me more about the Eagle stone.
The stone was loaded onto a galleon with many valuable artifacts plundered by the Spanish. But shortly after leaving harbor, a terrible squall blew up and damaged the ship. The ship was intercepted by a bloodthirsty pirate, Captain Ketch. Ketch made short work of overpowering the crew, stealing the treasure, and sinking the Spanish ship.
Okay.
Where's
Well,
the Eagle stone now?
Nobody knows for sure. Ketch retired from piracy and bought an island in the Caribbean.
And how about the Jaguar Stone?
Where is the Jaguar stone now?
I suppose El Draco took it back to his homeland, across the Great Sea.
To England.
Sure did. For all the countries. No, the planets. That one's to be in mine.
What do I do when I find the stones?
Bring them here to me, and I shall prepare you. The stones must be taken to the heart of the pyramid. Only there can they be used to seal the gate by which Tezcatlipoca will return to this world.
Can I get the root now, browser?
Now do I get the root?
Here, take it. Make haste if you wish to save the girl's life. The hummingbird sings to me of death to come.
Now you're talking in riddles again. Listen, is it okay if I crash here? I've got no chance of finding my way through the jungle in the dark.
You're welcome, but you probably won't get much sleep. Tonight's the night of the monkey dance.
At least I got that wax on a stick. A little leather. And we're back. At the treehouse. What a treehouse. Seriously, bro, it's like a proper tree cabin.
I left the village at dawn and stumbled back through the jungle in a post-party daze. It was just like sneaking back to my parents' house when I was younger. Except Oakland didn't have monkeys or parrots.
Okie dokie, now. This advance I originally took the route straight up to the treehouse. and it wasn't good. So I figured out afterwards that I needed to put the root into the press and put the chimney coat underneath. I must have clicked on them a bit as well.
The cone was ideal as a makeshift container.
Because again, I originally did that and it dripped on the floor, and that is no good. So. But a few things, it's the cone, and then yet again, I use the cross on here. And we have some root juice.
As the liquid was squeezed from the root, it collected in the cone.
So of course we pick up the cone and climb the ladder to the treehouse.
Look, Hubert, the antidote.
Well, what you waiting for? Give it to the girl, quickly.
Nico. Here, drink this.
Oh, George, it's horrible.
Just swallow it down. Okay, try and rest now, darling. You'll need all your strength when we go after the other 2 stones.
Other stones? What other stones? What have you gotten me into now, George Stobart?
Well, the patient is sounding more like her old self already.
After flying across the Caribbean Sea. Dun, 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 dun.
Nico recovered quickly from her fever. To save time, we decided to split up and look for each stone independently. I traced the pirate Ketch to a remote island in the Caribbean. With the fortune he'd amassed from piracy, he'd retired to a place that was later called Ketch's Landing.
And that's where I'm leaving episode 7. A little longer than I planned to, but you know, a lot of talking in. I really wanted to get to this next bit, and this is also where I got up to in terms of looking ahead. I will do so again off camera, and so part 8 should go swifty as well. So thank you as ever, guys, for watching, especially if you managed to make it through the whole thing. Not many people do, so be very proud of yourself. Look, I do appreciate any and all likes. If you want to see more of this, and you want to know exactly when I do it, because there is absolutely no planning to my videos whatsoever. I try not to leave big gaps at all, except when I'm really busy. Which I actually am, but it definitely won't be long. Please subscribe so you know when it's coming up. That would be beyond brilliant. Anyway, I hope you have a very good, whoever's watching, I hope you have a very good day, evening, afternoon, night time. They were in the proper order, but the point is the same. Whenever you're watching this, may the rest of your day be absolutely fantastic. And please join me for part 8 or whatever video I happen to let loose on the world next. And of course, guys, no matter what you face in the world, remember to never surrender. I will suffer, I will